Hello and welcome.
See Afloat podcast. We're back.
Yes.
Another day.
Yeah.
Another day, another dollar. Yes, sir.
We do this for free though.
No sponsors on this one. Yeah, we're back. Another day. Another day. Afloat podcast. What's been going on with you, Caleb? How are you?
I'm good. If you missed it last week, we had a friend of the show, Mike DFG, on the podcast.
Yep.
Go check it out. It's a fun conversation.
Very good time.
From a Chicago rapper. So
yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, check him out everywhere, man. He's got some really cool stuff going on. He's very, very exciting rapper on the come up. Check out his newest EP that he put out, Line of Fire. He has a song, he just put out a music video for the song I'll Phone Them as well. Very good video, so check that out too. Beyond that, keep on the lookout, man. We got very cool things coming out of the city, so beyond that, with us and stay afloat while you do that.
Yeah.
It was great to have Mike on. That was a very fun time.
Yeah.
Got to chop it up, talking about rap, talking about a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
A bit about clothing, all that. So check that one out if you didn't see that already. Caleb, should we hop into fits?
Yeah, before we do that.
Yup.
Afloat Clothing, Instagram, TikTok, follow, comment, subscribe. Podcasts on Apple, Spotify, our website, afloatclothing.com, YouTube, all that. Check us out.
Check us out, man.
It all helps.
Yeah, everything y'all do, every view, every comment, every like, every follow, every purchase. It's all means the world. Yeah, all means the world to us, so we appreciate it. Getting your fit, brother.
Yeah, all right. I got the Aim Leon Dore New Balances.
Yes, sir.
On nice suede.
Yup. Brown suede summer.
Paolo Summer Suede.
Paolo Summer Suede. It might be, bro.
Yeah.
Caleb's.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm not in suede.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I got the Afloat Chicago style on.
Yup.
I'll take a knee for y'all.
I don't know if you have to on this, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
I have no idea what this camera's looking like.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We're still getting used to our new equipment, so
we gotta
apologies if that didn't work out.
We need a producer. We need someone constantly behind the mic or behind the camera.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
If we have any volunteer producers.
Yeah, volunteer producer come through, bro. Weekly on the Afloat podcast. I got on the Salehi Bembry clog. These Crocs right here. These have been consistent. I've been thinking about getting another pair.
Yeah, actually, we had a woman in public come up to us and spark up a conversation based on this shoe. So.
Oh yeah, we did it.
It's a conversation piece for sure.
It is definitely a conversation piece. Everywhere I go, like when I was in Iowa, a little while ago.
Yeah.
I feel like anywhere I go, really, not anywhere, but most places, especially places where a shoe like this is found uncommon.
Right. Which is, it's uncommon in a lot.
It's uncommon in a lot of places, but I don't want to sound like a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been starting to see people wear these more often, honestly.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers been pulling these out more often. But nah, every time I just see someone look straight at my fucking shoes. Yeah. Always. Every time I just see someone's eyes always divert and look at my shoes.
Yeah.
So that's fun, You're
gonna get that.
Scaring some old white people and shit about what the fuck is on his feet. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
But Salehi Bembry clogs. I need another pair. I've been thinking about the horchatas.
Yeah.
Do you think? Let me ask you this as well, real quick. Do you think I could go a mismatch on them?
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I don't like that with most things.
Yeah, it's valid.
Like most shoes, it's like if you're mismatching, it's not for me. I don't know.
That's valid. I feel like this shoe, it could possibly work though.
I don't know.
Alright.
You'd have to prove me wrong.
I mean, it's one color, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're trying to, imagine a New Balance 960, for example. You know what I'm saying? Think about this.
Where'd you pull that one from?
I don't know.
You just made it appear.
I just made it appear. Think about this New Balance 9060, for example.
Right.
It's hard to match. It's hard to mismatch these because these come in many different colorways and all that.
Right. Yeah.
If you want to look at the sole, is the sole dirty? The sole's not dirty. Look at the sole. You know what I'm saying?
What are we doing? Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it, I'm not gonna stop you.
I know you're not gonna stop me. I'm just curious if you think it's I'm not.
I
was curious if you fuck with it. You obviously don't fuck with it.
I'm kind of out on that.
All right, respect it. We'll see. I mean, I'm definitely thinking about getting another pair. It's crossed the mind, to say the least.
Yeah.
Nice pair of shorts. Up top, we have this wonderful hoodie from Think Outside the Block. This is a wonderful program going on in the south side of Chicago. It's run by Fatal. Really cool dude. I got to meet him and learn a little bit more about what he's doing for Think Outside the Block at this event that I was at. It was called Fast Pitch. Pretty much it's this thing that's put on by SVP Chicago, which is, I think, about 15 to 20 maybe different entrepreneurs from, I believe, mainly specifically the south side. I don't think it's just the south side. I think it's around Chicago. But all of these different people come up, entrepreneurs, people that are trying to create, you know, something very big that's usually more about helping other people. It's not just about like we have, you know, like for example, this is a clothing brand, but it's much more than a clothing brand. It's about community outreach.
Right.
It's about, you know, putting on events for the community and, you know, creating happiness and all that type of stuff that we also look to do here at Afloat. All that to say, really incredible event put on by SVP Chicago and a few other people called Fast Pitch. Got to get this hoodie at the event just to support a little bit extra because Fatal is doing some really incredible work. So yeah, make sure to check out Fatal. Make sure to check out Think Outside the Block. Make sure to check out SVP Chicago and all the great things they're doing over there. And make sure to check out Fast Pitch when that comes around next year. Be on the lookout for that. So yeah,
there you go.
Quick little plug for you all.
Very cool.
Check out some of these things, man. We'll make sure to put some @ signs and some of the different places to check out some of the great things that I got to experience from this hoodie.
Very cool.
In the description and all that. So yeah, for sure. Just want to let y'all know that. Let's get into it, Kevin. What do we got? What do we got for the people today?
Yeah. We want to talk about what we got coming up a little bit.
Yeah, we can talk about it a little bit.
We've been doing some like legitimate research.
Yeah, we've been doing some real research.
Yeah. It's we're aiming for a summer release of our new stuff.
Yep. No, I pull out the phone only to look at a calendar. That's all. I'm just curious. Yeah, we're gonna be releasing. I think it's gearing up for like a June, July release.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get antsy on this. I want to start creating.
If you don't know, which I didn't until Paolo brought it to my attention, Chicago used to have a film studio called S&A Studios. Yeah. And that's kind of a little what we're basing our release off of.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're taking history of Chicago and how it kind of used to be like a place for movies and stuff, and yeah, you can elaborate a little bit.
I'll
pass it off.
Yeah. So like, you know, the whole kind of idea is what Chicago could have been if it weren't the industrial kind of city that it became because of, you know, this urbanization and the whole kind of like urban revolution of just creating mass fucking products and, you know, all this type of stuff with the meatpacking industry in the back of the yards in Chicago as well. That all that stuff that happened. There was this time between the 1900s and the 1920s, very early in Chicago's history, where Chicago could have been anything. And the Roaring 20s is a very important time because this was kind of, you know, a very large part, like this was a very prominent part of Chicago because it was a very like celebratory time of all the advancements they had been making and this excitement towards the future that they were building with this kind of experience in Art Deco design and, you know, buildings like the Carbine and Carbon building and stuff like that. But really it's just, you know, like I said, it was this time of excitement towards the future and creating cities and, you know, exploring our world and different worlds and all that type of shit. Pretty much. So the idea of this collection that we have coming out is what Chicago could have been had it not been what it was. And one of the ways that we're exploring that is if Chicago was Hollywood, because Chicago in fact was Hollywood before Hollywood was even a thing.
Talking about this with like a family friend, they brought up the fact that Beverly Hills is actually named after Beverly in Chicago.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't know that.
Which I didn't know that either. It's a cool little thing.
Yeah. We've been able. I don't want to get like too much in it, obviously.
Yeah. Paolo likes to conceal.
I like to conceal, and there's like a lot of stuff like that. Yeah.
It's
like
still up in the air.
It's still very much up in the air. Not like we're not gonna do that and work on that, but just
exactly
all the different design. Yeah, exactly what's going on and all that. So. Still want to play that very close to the chest, although I do want to let y'all know just some of that because that's kind of what we're gearing up for, and we're really excited to do that.
And we made a stop last week at the Chicago History Museum.
Yep.
And we went up to the archives and we were able to actually look at some like editorials that were put out by SNA themselves in like around like 1915. Yeah. And it was like huge papers of like the movies coming out and like that type of stuff that they would publish and like that type of stuff. It was crazy just to see, to like hold a 100-year-old piece of paper and like flip through it and like see what like how they were publishing their stuff. Like it's crazy. It
was, and seeing all the different kind of graphic design elements that they were using and all that type of shit as well was really cool. But like you
stuff
said,
we can kind of play on
exactly.
The collection, like
yes, exactly that. But I think too the point that you just put out was like that whole thing of it being 100 years old, which I didn't really think about in the moment.
I just thought about it now.
I thought about it after the fact, and I was like, holy shit, man.
Like we were just flipping through 100-year-old newspapers, basically.
Yeah, that's kind of fucking crazy. Like, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, that was cool. So, we're really excited about the stuff that we have in the works.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of excitement here, and I'm very excited to take all of that excitement, all the stuff we've been researching, all the stuff that we've been looking at, put into this collection.
Yeah.
Put out something really incredible for everyone.
Yeah.
For y'all to check out, for y'all to rock, for y'all to stand behind your city, man, and it's about staying afloat, and that's really what it all comes back to. And that's why, we're doing this collection, because it's about Chicago staying afloat and being anything it could have been. You know what I mean? That's exactly why we're doing this collection, because this is Chicago staying afloat in a time where there was a broad excitement for doing anything, and that's what they were doing. They were doing anything and everything, and they were staying afloat and just checking everything out. And I think that's exactly what it's about, man. That's exactly why we're doing it. That's what fucking ties all of this together. So now we gotta tie all that shit together and put it on a t-shirt.
That's what we're gonna try to do.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. And I can't wait to give that to y'all. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
For us to give that to y'all, excuse me.
Right.
But I'm very excited for that.
Yeah. And on top of that, along with SNA Studios, we're possibly this is less for sure, but
no, it's for sure. It's just it's less conceived. I think the idea is a little less conceived at this point.
We're possibly going to be exploring the history of street racing in Chicago as well. Which happened around the same time period as the SNA studios and stuff.
Right.
But that ties into the news of Chicago being on the is it potential or is it?
No, it's for sure.
Yeah,
it seems like it's
the 2026 Formula One calendar.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
Yep.
And it's what we've been talking about it's kind of a little bit for a while, hearing rumors and stuff, but it seems like it's for sure.
It's for sure now. There's
a Formula One race in Chicago.
F1 race in Chicago. I remember when I was still very young.
Yeah.
Like, and like knew about F1 and all that, but like still kind of like learning, like,
Right.
I still I remember having conversations with my dad, like, imagine there was a race in Chicago, and like thinking about like, on Lakeshore Drive and like all this, you know what I mean? Like where it would be, all this type of shit. It's like, it was one of those things where it's like, like, of course we'd like this to happen, but like how the fuck is it realistically?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it goes... So I
you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, so you sent it to me, and
I
took a peek, but I didn't fully understand where it is.
Yeah, so the whole idea of this track is pretty much based around the fact that Chicago is getting a new $4 billion stadium on the lakefront.
Okay.
So that's
going to be done before this happens, like in 2025?
I believe it's supposed to be.
And that's the Bears Stadium.
Yes.
And that's actually, I didn't know that it was like fully going into effect.
It is, and okay, so this, maybe not. This still has like this just shows like the city as it is now with Soldier Field in place and like everything in place as it is. So it could very well not be like the stadium is actually happening. I know that was mentioned in the blurb here though.
Yeah.
So I thought that it could be kind of expected. What I'm guessing though is that they're not really changing the track. They're not changing any of the streets that are already in place. They're just gonna build around.
Yeah.
So this race will still be kind of the exact same. What I'm also seeing and kind of thinking about exactly is much like the Miami Grand Prix. I don't know how the Miami Grand Prix looks exactly, but I'm sure it's kind of similar to this in the fact that it's kind of around a stadium kind of area. That being said,
the thing
though,
with the Miami though is like it's kind of like I think Hard Rock Stadium is more similar to like a guaranteed rate field where like it's kind of off the highway and it's just like a stadium and a bunch of parking and it's kind of like just within a neighborhood. Yeah. But like it's like a whole area, whereas this is like museum campus. It's like within the city. Yeah. So it's a little different, like in that way. Right. Like they're not just gonna be going through a parking lot, but like.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So right. So if we look at this, I'll kind of explain it. It's really on like Northerly Island, as well as going down Museum Campus Drive.
What is that structure? That's the stadium. Okay. It goes like the Northerly Island and then around the Soldier Field and then back and then.
Yeah. So it's almost like it's on like a peninsula, which is super fucking cool. Yeah. Like it's kind of fucked for viewing because you're not gonna be able to really watch. Like you're gonna be able to put up grandstands, kind of, but not really. It's mostly gonna be on the lake. Yeah. Like it's mostly gonna be a lot of people that have like boats.
They're gonna have grandstands and stuff. The boats are gonna be crazy.
Yeah, the boats are gonna be way out there. So that's gonna be really cool.
We're going to this, right?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna pay however much. We're gonna pay through the nose to go.
Mean, it's gonna be. I will just buy the general admission tickets or whatever. We'll go. But like, we're gonna be there.
We're gonna be there.
This is like way more exciting than NASCAR.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, we should think about NASCAR though. NASCAR.
Now that this is happening, I don't feel the need to. As much.
I dig it. But yeah, this is fucking really cool. This is like exactly what I've been waiting for a long time.
I mean,
so
F1 is like the pinnacle of motorsport. And
it is, yeah.
And it is coming to Chicago. And like, you know, there's been, like you had mentioned potentially going out to the Vegas Grand Prix. There's also Austin and Miami. But just having it in your own city and like, I think there's a lot of potential for it to be a very cool track. Like especially just being on the water is so cool.
It's gonna be really cool. You're gonna have the city right in the background. I think just the view.
It's a beautiful skyline too.
Beautiful skyline. Yeah. I think it's gonna be like I think it's supposed to be in like it's obviously gonna be in the summer, so the city should be looking beautiful. It's gonna be a night race, which I don't know if you saw, which is gonna be fucking cool. That's gonna be fucking cool. A city night race. I mean, it makes sense that it's gotta be at night. They're still gonna be blocking off.
Yeah,
that whole area
it's gonna be months of blocking off.
Not months, but it's gonna be a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially if NASCAR still happening, it's gonna be a while.
Right. Lakeshore Drive might be cocked.
It's gonna be.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, man. I don't know. That's cool.
Well, actually, I don't know if it will be because it's not on Lakeshore Drive. Right?
It's not on Lakeshore Drive, but the thing is that like there's NASCAR.
And then NASCAR is actually F1. Like on Lakeshore Drive.
It is, but there's gonna be that like in between where it's gonna be like NASCAR is gonna fuck up Lakeshore over there, and then inevitably F1 is still gonna fuck up Lakeshore a little bit, just because it's in the area.
I don't know, because it's not actually on Lakeshore Drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll see.
It doesn't seem like it from that photo.
I don't.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
It's hard to tell. I don't think so.
Yeah. Kind of a museum campus situation.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen in Chicago.
Max Verstappen in Chicago, yeah. Fucking crazy. Yeah, it'll be cool, man. It'll be cool. What's his name? Hamilton's gonna be on Ferrari at that point.
Yeah,
so I'll be cheering for Hamilton on Ferrari.
Yeah.
We'll be hanging down there. We'll probably go to a practice or two, and then we'll go to the race.
Oh, I forgot. It's like a 3-day thing.
Dude, yeah. We're going to be down there. Yeah. We're going to be hanging. I'll probably take that weekend off of work already and just be like, I'm hanging. I'm hanging down there for the weekend.
Yeah.
bike down Roosevelt real quick. Check it out.
MetLife Stadium style.
MetLife Stadium style, for real. You know that. Alright, what else we got going on today, my boy?
I do have a random thought.
Bang.
You want to get into it?
Yeah, let's do it. I don't have one today, honestly. I haven't thought of one in a minute.
It's fine.
Okay. We got.
It's fine. Get mad at Paolo. Get mad at him on wherever in the YouTube comments or whatever. Yell at him.
For no random thought.
Get the brain going. Put some pressure on him. He's got no pressure on him. I don't pressure him enough.
You don't think so?
To get the random thoughts going. No.
Yeah, I haven't been on him. I need to be on him.
It's okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm letting down the team.
It's fine.
I don't believe it.
No, my random thought. I was listening to a Doja Cat song yesterday, and what she said something along the lines of like, I still don't know how to drive because I have professionals to do that.
Yeah.
Whatever. And it just got me thinking like, there's people out there that will just never sit in the front seat ever again. Like they will sit in the back seat of every car for the rest of their life.
Like you think about like the Queen or like all like the royal family.
Yeah. Like
not really driving.
like you see pictures of like Rihanna on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I saw one and it was like Rihanna signing for fans in New York City and it's just she's in the back seat.
Yeah.
And she will never sit in the front seat ever again. Like there's like very few situations. Like those people just get driven around and they sit in the back seat.
Mostly.
And it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's a little crazy to think about.
Yeah, I wonder like you don't think Rihanna drives a little bit?
Not if she's living in New York.
Facts. Yeah, true. But like A$AP Rocky, you think A$AP Rocky's driving?
He's sitting in the back seat. But yeah, I mean, in the photo of Rihanna, I saw there was Rocky sitting in the back seat with her.
Yeah. I bet. I'm sure people.
I mean, there's a lot of celebrities that are like into cars.
Right. No.
So like
exactly.
those people probably drive. And,
of course,
like,
there's that. But
get
yeah,
into it, but.
I'm sure there's definitely people that like they don't really enjoy driving, and especially people that live in like LA or New York or like heavy, like trafficked areas. I'm sure they probably are like, yeah, no, I'm fucking having a driver.
Yeah.
Not gonna drive if I don't have to, and if I have the money to pay someone else, why not?
But it's just crazy to think about like even 2 Chainz has a line where he says, "I had the Maybach for 5 years, I still never sat in the front."
Yeah.
And that's just crazy. You buy these expensive cars and everyone else just drives them for you.
Yeah, no, there are definitely cars like that. Like I think especially I think
a Rolls Royce is meant to be sat in the back.
Yeah, Rolls Royce, exactly. A Rolls Royce is meant to be sat in the back.
That car is designed for people to sit in the back.
Yeah, it's designed for people to sit in the back.
Which I never thought about, but it's crazy.
It's like pretty wild.
Yeah,
I remember learning that one too, and I was like, I just
put it all together right now in this moment. It's crazy.
Yeah, like, and I think Maybach is the exact same thing.
I'm sure.
I think they're both the exact same thing. It's bizarre. Would you enjoy that, you think?
Maybe.
I think sometimes I would. It depends.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably sometimes where I just want to go out. I don't want to have to like have someone come with me. You know what I mean? But like, it's definitely certain times where it's like I don't want to worry about traffic, or I don't want to sit in traffic and figure that out. Like I'm sure it's nice not to like deal with the stress of traffic and stuff. Like
no, yeah, I'm sure. But like also, I don't know, I'd be like, there'd be times where I'd be trying to go somewhere and then I'd have like a driver and they just weren't going to they wouldn't be going at the speed that I want. And it's not like I'd like be away to them, but I'd just like be like, nah, I'm driving. I gotta drive. Sometimes you gotta drive yourself, man. Sometimes you know how fast you need to go and where you need to go more than anyone else does. Yeah. And I think that's a fact.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. Yeah.
You know? Even if you're wrong, you just need to feel the stubbornness of that to just be like, it needs to be in my control. If I'm late, I'm late, but it needs to be in my control because that's how I'm going to feel comfortable right now.
If I'm late, it's my fault.
If I'm late, it's my fault. I'm late.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. I'm not going to put that on some other...
But if you had the driver, maybe you wouldn't have been late. I don't know.
Potentially. But then it's like, I'm too hard-headed to accept that. I need it to be me. Unless I see it happen myself... Then it's it. Then it's just me. I'm the only one driving. But if I saw the person do it, then maybe I'd be more intrigued.
Saw them do what?
Saw them sorry, that may not make sense. But like saw them get somewhere like in time. Like if I need to be somewhere in 10 minutes and they got someone else there in 10 minutes, right? I gave it to them to get me there in 10 minutes.
So you need an experience.
I need the experience. Well, yeah, I guess. Kind of, but not really. It's not about experience, it's more just about my own hard-headedness more than anything.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Okay.
They could be like fucking 60 years plus of driving or whatever. Probably don't want someone with 60 plus years of driving to be driving you. Potentially not. Yeah. Then they'd be like 75, at least.
Yeah, that's bare minimum.
Bare minimum. 75.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. I don't know. Driving.
It's interesting though that It
is pretty interesting.
Yeah. Once I on this podcast realized that some of these car companies design the cars not to be driven by the owner, it's just crazy. Like
Yeah.
Like I don't think like a Rolls Royce isn't a car that you just go super fast in. Like
no, it's purely comfort.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
Crazy.
Purely comfort.
Yeah.
Thing's a giant brick.
Right.
It's nice, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I mean it's a
nice
luxurious brick.
Yeah, but it's a fucking just massive brick.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Should we haven't talked about the Chicago sports in a while.
Yeah, should we talk about it?
You see how that's going?
Yeah. What do you got on it? Let's talk about it. Chicago sports.
Yeah.
What do we got going on with it?
Now that I mentioned, I
mean, it's kind of like we're in a bit of a...
It's kind of only... Well, the Sky is going to start their season soon.
Oh, yeah.
They've made some cool draft picks.
Yeah, we have Angel Reese, which is really cool.
People are excited about.
Right. And then we have, who's the other person that we got? Was it from South Carolina?
Her name is not coming to me. But I think she's like a bigger like.
She's a rebound god. I don't remember her name.
No,
she wasn't LSU. She was a very good rebounder.
In the WNBA, if you have someone that's big,
yeah,
like a lot of the players are like if you have someone that's big and just can use their force, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
like,
Brittany Griner is one of those types of players.
Brittany Griner can just not be guarded in that league.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So it'll be fun to see how their season goes. I don't think the expectations are too high, but
we'll see.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see. It'll be fun to, Angel Reese is on the team. It seems like there's some good excitement there.
Yeah.
PR team's been going crazy for the Sky. I don't know if you've been seeing that.
I haven't.
PR's been having a field day for the Sky. It's been fun to see.
I'm sure.
It's been fun to see.
My dad, as a season ticket holder,
yes sir,
was at the preseason game recently.
Yep.
And you know who he said was there?
Who?
Which I think this is a fun point. Caleb Williams.
Yes, and Romeo Odunze.
Yes.
Yes.
I think his name.
Odunze?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't forgive us, but
I thought it was Odunze. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just cool because I think when I first heard about Caleb Williams, it was kind of in the sense that he's like kind of like almost a diva and is like and is kind of like everything needs to be his way.
Right.
And like he's just gonna like. He needs I don't know. But just seeing him go to like a preseason Sky game and just like kind of try to get like into the culture of Chicago and just like be in the Chicago like sports scene is just I think that's an encouraging thing.
No, he definitely I saw on draft night he said like he wants to play someplace for like 20 years or something like that. Like he wants to just be like the franchise player. He wants to be the
franchise quarterback.
Yeah, he wants to be the franchise quarterback.
I didn't hear that. That's good.
Yeah, and he said like, I've heard Chicago's a great city to do something like that. And I think he's definitely going fully into Chicago. He's going full in. It sounds like, from what I've heard, this was probably like a couple weeks ago to a month ago, it sounds like the Bears front office is also on the same page and is building around what Caleb Williams wants as well.
That sounds great.
Seems like
that sounds great.
There is a fusion, a fucking mix. It seems like things are like, obviously we have to see what happens once we get out on the field. Yeah. A lot happens there, so we have to wait until that. But it seems like as of right now in this off season, things are going somewhat well.
Yeah, and everyone is saying that like the Bears are like, he's going into a great situation, which can't not be said about previous Bears quarterbacks.
Right.
So I think things are going pretty well.
Things are going well as of right now. That being said, we're in fucking May? Yeah, and we haven't played a lick of football.
The performance has to be there. Yeah. But like the general the Bears' plan
seems like there's personality meshing well, and the plan seems to be going.
The plan is going well up to now.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, which is great. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot of time. Yeah.
There is.
So we'll see what happens there. In terms of baseball, it's been kind of up and down.
Cubs have
been decent.
In the MLB power rankings, they are 9th.
It's not horrible.
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They have
out of 32 teams.
Potential 30. But there's potential. Potential for the Cubs to do something.
Yeah, we'll see.
Especially in the years coming. Like the farm system's good. Yeah. Players are locked up for some time at least. So there's potential for the Cubs to do something.
Yeah, we'll see. It's the dog days of baseball.
It's not yet.
I guess not. It's still pretty
once
early.
you get into like game 120 and you're just in season.
Yeah, facts.
It's May.
True. Yeah, it is May. It's still pretty early, but like
162 games.
Yeah,
it's just getting started.
It is just getting started, but I don't know, man.
No,
fucking
Cubs look well.
Cubs look pretty decent. They're like, that's the thing. They're not just losing all the time, and there's kind of hope.
No, they had a historically good April.
Yeah, they
for
did.
The Cubs.
They did. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean the season started earlier, but it was like they had 18 wins in April, and it was like this one of the best Aprils the Cubs have ever had.
Yeah.
So.
Great.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Sox suck.
That's
what it is.
Sox are having a rough time. Rough go of it. Bulls haven't done a thing, but then again, it's still the NBA playoffs. So
there's nothing to be done.
Yeah. Hawks have been doing some things already. We got the number 2 pick. Bulls got the number 11 pick. I don't know if you saw that, but Bulls got the 11th pick. It's not great, but it is what it is. Also, Bronny, I saw the other day, hit fucking 12 threes in a row at his NBA combine day or whatever.
Okay.
12 threes in a row. It's pretty decent.
Okay.
He's going to be a very good fundamental player in a combine type situation like this.
Yeah.
I think he's not ready for the league at all.
Really? What
Probably
makes you
not.
say that?
He's played a year of basketball, and he came off a very
big
life threatening. It wasn't. It was an injury, but it wasn't related to basketball.
Oh.
It was I think it was a heart attack or something.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a heart attack. Don't quote me on that. But it was something that was
serious.
Very serious and kind of life threatening. That was kind of a little scary.
Yeah.
He's all good, thank God. But I don't know. I don't know about that guy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's bad. I just think that there might need to be some more collegiate development before you can actually really be a strong player in the league.
I mean, do you think LeBron's really gonna stay in the league? At this point he's stayed long enough. I mean, but to just play with his son. I mean, I guess that's what he's going for.
He's going for it. He's gonna do it.
But it's so crazy. It's kind of I don't know. He's just so old.
He's kind of old, but he's still performing to a pretty decent level.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Him and Anthony Davis on like the same team is just like, you never know when they're going out or if they're going out. Like, it's just the health concern with them really is like, are they going to be able to stay on the court and really like be impactful for their teams?
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I mean, I still think they're kind of like top guys in the league.
Yeah.
So
like, I just don't get how he's going to ensure that like
they're going to be on the same team.
Yeah.
It seems pretty possible.
Like, I guess what the Lakers just trade for whatever.
Lakers trade for it. Yeah. It seems like he's willing to go to whatever. We'll see what happens with him.
Yeah.
I mean, like, with Braun and everything, like, them being on the same team, we'll see what happens. I think it's definitely going to happen.
I mean, yeah, it's just going to be a historical thing. Like, a historical moment. I mean, that's definitely never happened before, right? Like,
I don't think basketball?
Have a father and son ever played on the same team or in the league together?
In basketball, I don't know. I mean, obviously in baseball, that's happened a good bit.
Yeah, but on the same team at the same time?
Yeah, Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. Mariners.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Mariners? I think it was Mariners, yeah.
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 I didn't know it was at the same time.
Yeah, they did.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a little bit of that in different sports, and I feel like, I don't know. There's been a little bit of that, but I don't think it's really happened in basketball. At least not that I can think of.
Yeah. I mean, baseball you can kind of play till you're older. At basketball, usually people just don't.
It's harder to play for that much longevity, but also it's like if anyone's gonna do that, it's Braun.
Right.
Braun's the only guy that can really do that.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
We'll wrap it up here.
Definitely. We appreciate y'all listening, tuning into the Afloat podcast.
Yeah.
Always great talking to y'all, having a little conversation and all that. We'll be back. Check us out on the next Afloat podcast.
Look out for that collection on SNA and look out for more guests on the show.
Yes, sir.
We're doing that.
Peace. Have a good one, y'all.